It's Beebs. So I'm sorry it's been a ridiculously long time. I know it's sort of my fault. So today though I have my friends Danielle and Sam, and we're gonna do two small videos, one for winged liner and the other for natural eye / everyday look. Okay, so for Sam, we're gonna do a natural everyday eye look. So we're gonna start with some eyeshadow primer. And I like to use the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Sorry, I have to get close to your face so it focuses. I will link below all of the products that I used today. So I'm going to apply a little dot on each eye. And I'm just going to go a little bit around with residue around the inner corner because we're going to apply some highlighter there. Next, we are going to take our neutral palette. So this is the Naked 2 Urban Decay palette. Anything from the drugstore is fine, even little individual eyeshadows are fine, but we want to start with a nice neutral. So for this one we're going to use Foxy, which is a little bit light for Sam's skin shade, but that's okay, it'll work. Don't smile!
Sorry.
Close your eyes. So we just want to apply this all over the base of the eyelid just to make a nice, even canvas. Next I'm going to take Tease, which is a matte in-between neutral shade, and I'm going to put it on the outer corner and blend into the crease of the eye. This will give your eyelid some depth so it's not just one color. An important part of this is that you really have to blend so it's not chunky or blocky whatsoever. Otherwise, it will look like you have a lot of makeup on. There are two options. If you want to go with a very, very natural everyday look, that is basically all you need. Except for I would usually add a little highlighter, but we're gonna do that afterwards because we're gonna make it a little bit more fun. Okay, so this is the Makeup Forever Aqua Cream, which is an eyeshadow / pigment really, because you can use it basically anywhere on your face. And we're just gonna take our finger and we're gonna slightly rub and pat, depending on how much pigment you want. And we're just gonna pat this in the center of her eyelid to give a nice champagne sheen. Once again, this will add more dimension to her eyelids. For the next step, if you want to make it a little bit more extreme, once again, this is not as everyday, but on camera it's more fun. So we're going to take, once again, from the Naked 2 palette, this shade called Busted, which has a slight glitter, but it's a deep brown. And we're just gonna go along the lash line, halfway across the eyelid, and then we're gonna bring it up with this tiny little pencil brush. We're gonna bring it up and blend it into the crease so it has a little bit more color. And on the other side, lastly, we're gonna have her open her eyes and we're gonna just drag it across the bottom below her lower lashes. And it's just gonna really highlight them. It makes the eyes, the whites of her eyes look brighter. We're gonna take this Booty Call, that's a nice name, Booty Call, which is a very shimmery highlight. And we're just gonna put it on the inner corner of her eyes. This is something you would do for an everyday look too, just to give it a little bit more depth. And voila. This is Danielle. Oh. And we are going to do a basic winged liner on her, which is something that you can either layer over the everyday natural eyeshadow that we just did, or on its own, it's sassy, and it's a classic. So we're gonna start with one way that you can do it if you're a beginner, and if you have trouble maybe getting the wing to be nice. So we're gonna start, I really like this tattoo liner in Trooper from Kat Von D. I actually have both versions. I have the tattoo liner and I have the ink liner here. So we're gonna start with the tattoo liner for the base part. Close your eye, please. So you're just gonna bring it along the bottom near the roots of her lashes. I like it to be quite thin because I think it looks more natural, especially for every day. Okay, so I'm probably gonna thicken up that line a little bit, but we're gonna put on the magical step, which is tape.
I am the art.
You are the art. We're gonna put it from the corner of her eye to the base of her eyebrow. Do not open your eye. That might be not fun. For the actual wing, I like using the ink liner by Kat Von D. So what we're gonna do, this is for if you're a beginner, I usually freehand it by now. You're gonna go halfway between. If you want a pretty dramatic one, you can always build it up, so it's not really a problem. And you're just gonna go along the tape and then connect it to the liner you already have. I usually like to make a little graduation so it's not a straight line. And there you go, you have a straight line. And so that is a pretty dramatic one where it goes up a lot, but whatever angle you want. Ta-da! To sharpen out that edge a little bit, I have makeup wipes. So I'm gonna just shorten it a little bit because I didn't like how long I made it. Not too dramatic, especially for every day. Just a simple winged line. Okay, to freehand it, which I'm more used to, once again, we're gonna take our ink liner from Kat Von D in Trooper. We're gonna go along the base, near her eyelashes. In general, the ink liner gives a bigger, more dramatic line, so it is more for those who want a big line. So usually what I do is I go all the way to the very edge. And then I look and I see where her eyebrow ends. And I'm gonna make a little flick. And then I'm gonna fill that in. It is not gonna look the same as the other side. That is not the intention of this. So usually when I freehand it, I find that I get a more curved line, which I personally like better because the other one with the tape makes it very, very straight. So I personally like freehanding it, but that's up to you. To make it more fancy, you can use the you can use more eyeliner, and you can fill in the corner right in the inner corner. Oh, I didn't yell, you blinked. No.
Sorry, it happens.
It's okay, it doesn't matter. So you're gonna fill in the inner corner, and then you're gonna drag down, and you're gonna go out. Most wing looks take longer to be perfect and even, and if you were trying to replicate the exact same eye look on both eyes, what I'd probably do is measure with my finger at what angle and how long it is relative to like a knuckle or whatever, and then put it on the other side and mark it with a little dot so that you can get the same look. And getting the same wing and curve just really depends on using makeup remover wipes, or if it's perfect on your first try, that means you've done it enough.